Hey everybody, welcome back to Double Shot LOTR TCG. We have the second video in a series I'm doing, opening every movie block booster box. So we have part 2 here, the Mines of Moria. You all know it. It's the Balrog set. It's the goblins. It's the dwarves. So we're going to open this up and see if we can get something good. Box number 58,838, if that's what that stands for. I have this set completed, so no foils that we pull will be new for me, but as you guys know, always looking for pack fresh foils to potentially send off to grade. Would love to pull a Balrog, obviously. I would even take a common Balrog. Wouldn't mind that one bit. But we will jump right into this. I already have a couple of the big cards from the set in a PSA 10, actually. I have the Witch King, and I have the Watcher in the Water, and a few other cards. Our first rare is going to be Bill Ferny, and no foil. And we have a Uruk Captain. There's also a nice Frodo in this set. Got the Twilight Nazgul. And the Red Book of Westmarch, very nice. And there's a common Balrog. Alas, not foil, but very cool. I'm sure we'll get a few of those, given there's only 40 commons in the set. So 122 cards in the set, if you didn't know. Our next rare, Fearing the Worst. There's Mary. If I remember right, I think the Balrog's whip is in this set. You get his sword in set 1, but the whip is in set 2. Cave Troll's Chain. I already have several foil copies of that. Yeah, and then you get the Cave Troll's Chain in the set. So there's a lot of accessories, I think, in this set. Like Dwarven Bracers. There we go. And Shield of Boromir. And Mary. Get some tentacles to play. Always a cool scene here, going after Merry and Pippin. And then Boromir takes the axe out of his hands and sticks it in his back. The kickoff of the last stand with Boromir. That's a pretty picture there. Hobbiton Party Field. Make Light of Burdens is the rare. There's another Balrog. Some extra goblins. But yeah, definitely very, very Balrog themed set, obviously. And there's a good splash of dwarf and Nazgul culture. Foul things there. Release the Angry Flood is the rare. You've also got Hand Axe. So you've got Gimli's Battle Axe, Dwarven Axe in set 1, and then you get hand axe, so you can add to the Fellowship Archery total, but you have to discard it. So, and then the Dwarven Bracers and Endurance of Dwarves, you can add Vitality, which is nice, and some Strength. Wraith World is our rare, I think. Nope, no foil. All right. I think this is the 4th or 5th Mines of Moria box I've opened. What Are We Waiting For is the rare. Nice Gandalf. So I've opened quite a bit of this before. Obviously, after the first set and the success, this was a very heavily printed set. And I believe you can get a complete foil set, you know, with the Balrog and everything for $500–600. So it's not a difficult set to complete. If I can open this pack. There we go. Bilbo's birthday cake. Beyond the Height of Men. And there's Frodo, Reluctant Adventurer. So last pack in the first stack. Dear Friends. I think I've pulled a foil of this before. And there's the Whip of Many Thongs. And we have our first foil, Memory of Many Things. Looks pretty nice. Centering's very nice. Back looks really good too. So that, my friends, looks like a grade-worthy card, which is awesome. Very nice. Always love it. Any card I can pull that looks like a potential, you know, PSA 9 or 10 quality, that is always a win. So that's one of our commons. Same breakdown. We should get 3 commons, 2 uncommons, and a rare foil. The Fellowship box we opened last week, we got 2 rares, which was great. There's the Witch King, nice one. And no foil. Flaming Brand. Kind of forgot about that. That's another good one. Like I said, there's a lot of accessories, a lot of toys. There's another Balrog. 3 Balrogs so far. Hopefully we get a rare Balrog as well. There's a good chance we'll get one. Dismay Our Enemies. Verily I Come is the rare. And we have our next foil, an uncommon. Nice Imitation. Can probably see on this right off the bat, the centering is not the best. Very, very heavy on the top. That's pretty thick, but it's like a little white nick on the bottom too. So, all right, well, keep it going here. Final Cry. I have this in a foil PSA 10 as well. I believe I pulled that myself and graded it from a previous box opening, so Give me a Balrog. Consorting with Wizards. Bilbo Baggins. Huge Tentacle is the rare there. About halfway through at this point. Realm of Dwareldelf. These rares are really off-center too, left to right. Frore, Gimli's kinsman. It's the first time we've seen him, even though he's just a common. Appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with me. His Terrible Servants. Well, hopefully we're saving the rare. I would love to get a foil of this, Fill with Fear. Nice picture of Legolas. Orc Bane, very cool. And Fury of Blows. Gotta love Fellowship Block though. When the game was simple, you know, just hadn't got overly complicated yet. Lurtz's Sword. There's a Sam. So you get all four hobbits again. In this set. A blended race. Oh, Elbereth Gilthoniel. I think there's a trick here. So I've seen this done before where the foil is a lot darker. You can see that it's darker on the border, so I'm gonna say that this is gonna have a foil in it. We'll see if I am right. There we go. Very nice, the Balrog, and we have a common behind it, but it is the foil. So we have a huge, foul tentacle. And similar to our other common, looks very nicely centered. Very clean on the back. Maybe some very, very light scratches just from being in the pack, but looks very clean overall. Very cool. So hopefully my third common looks just as good. So a nice pack. You get a nice Balrog. Such a cool card that they did with the flame jumping out of the card in this. Definitely a solid design when you compare the two. And this one costs more. All right, well, we still have an uncommon, a common, and a rare at least, hopefully. Hopefully we don't get a 5-foil box. Beneath the Mountains. There's definitely a lot of not so great rares, but again, if it's as long as it's in good condition, we'll be happy. Got the Watcher in the Water, Goblin Man. Jarn's Mid, Merchant from Dale. Let's see. Do this again. Could be. I don't think it's a foil. Could be though. Archer Commander. Nope. That was not a foil. Yeah, that trick only seems to work in this set. That looks like a foil. We'll see. I haven't practiced it that much. All right, we've got Staff Asunder. Common. Nope. I feel like it was pretty obvious that first time we tried it. Only a few packs left. Still should have 3 foils in here. All right, we got Nelia. And we have... Nope, no foil. All right, we got 6 packs left. Saving the best for last. Let's see. Can't tell. Glowing. I think this is a foil. Nope. 5 packs left. All right, no more pack trick. We're just gonna go for it. Mithril Coat. And no foil. Another Balrog. All right, 4 packs left. We must be getting a double foil pack. That's what I'm guessing. All right, we got Gandalf's staff. Look at that. That's a misprint right there. Look at that. The text isn't on there. Huh. That's wild. You guys will have to tell me if you've ever seen that before. Yeah, you just didn't print the bottom of the text. Interesting. All right, 3 packs left. Please don't short me my foils. Stricken Dumb. All right, we've got a foil. We've got our uncommon sight. Valley of the Silverlode. Not a double foil pack. Usually the double foil pack is the rare or has a rare in it, whether it's the single rare or the extra or an extra rare. This one is similarly miscut top to bottom like the other uncommon, so not going to be grade worthy, unfortunately. All right, we got 2 packs left. A Promise. All right, it is definitely a foil. It's a common. Vile Blade. All right. And we have a rare behind it, Orc Bane. All right. So we did have the double foil pack. And unfortunately, our rare is kinda off center. Might be kinda hard to see, but definitely thicker on this side and the top. It's not bad, honestly. I would probably still grade this. It's noticeable on the eye, but it's really close. And then Vile Blade, little thin on the top. This one actually doesn't look. This one looks good. Yeah. Yeah, the centering on this looks fine. So 3, potentially 4 gradable foils out of this box. I mean, that's pretty nice. You know, if I was gonna bet money, I wouldn't, you know, bet on the Orcbane getting a PSA 10, but beautiful card with Sting there. It's a nice foil to pull. So so yeah, we did get 6 by getting that double foil pack. So we got our 6 foils, so probably nothing in here, but you never know. We'll open her up. Too Much Attention is the rare, and as predicted, no foils. So Orcbane and a nice little selection there. So thanks everybody for watching the second video in this series, and we'll be back next week with Realms of the Elf Lords. It's a big one. See you next time.